I just discovered what's really going on with this Bitcoin crash. You see, today, Bitcoin has started to recover from its, in total, 24% correction from all-time high, which is largely due to, at least most recently, to the Donald Trump trade war, right? We know this is why crypto is crashing. We discussed this. We showed you this in yesterday's video. And while we'll talk about the recent news with Bank of America and Ethereum,
it's pretty clear there's going to be a stable coin.
Raoul and Solana, watch today's entire video. Trust me. This is what most people are not realizing about this recent Bitcoin crash. Just in, as of yesterday, the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index drops to 10 extreme fear. This is largely flushing out the weak hands, the tourists. But when in doubt, zoom out and understand the handful of times that Bitcoin's Fear and Greed Index has dropped to a 10 this fast. It's very interesting on what happened next. Always what happened next. It starts from some of this great research from Terrence Michael. I'll link the full analysis down below. But this is bullish for Bitcoin, specifically when Bitcoin's Fear and Greed Index historically has gotten down this low. We now have incredible historical data on what has happened always within the 1 to 2 months to follow. So historically, when the emotionally challenged tourists who don't understand Bitcoin have driven this index down into the fear zone below 25, we have followed with a massive surge in price. We now sit at a 10, an even lower score than when scam bankster frauds FTX collapsed. And we can actually chart metrics like this out. You see when the Fear and Greed Index dropped anywhere below a 25, specifically below a 10. We know sellers get exhausted. The weak hands, the paper hands, get exhausted as they sell into this fear. The sellers eventually have to get exhausted. And we see this time and time again based on the data. During December of 2018, we reached a score as low as 8. Within 2 months after, Bitcoin's price had surged over 330%, from around 3,200 to over 13,000 per coin. Again, let's check back where we were. We'll switch to the weekly chart to make this easier. Where we were December of 2018. I know Altcoin Daily was making videos, and that was right around here. Bitcoin's Fear and Greed Index hit an 8. People were screaming the price is going to go so much lower. The weak hands, the sellers, sold into that fear. The sellers got exhausted. And again, within 2 months, we surged over 300%. We saw something similar during the COVID crash of March 2020. The Fear and Greed Index reached as low as a 9. Again, people were screaming, price is going to go so much lower. Think about the macro. Think of what everything is happening in the world. And sentiment dropped to as low as a 9. Within 1 month after, we surged over 75% from around 4,000 to 7,000 BTC. Even looking at around May of 2021, when the Bitcoin miners had that exodus from China. China was banning Bitcoin totally. But in May of 2021, we dropped to as low as a 10. Within 2 months after, we surged over 33% from a $30,000 Bitcoin to a $40,000 Bitcoin. Granted, some of this was just a relief rally. Looking at Bitcoin today, we need some sort of a relief rally. Even if we're going lower, nothing goes down in a straight line. Also, 2 days in a row, perfectly, we have bounced off that 200 simple moving average, 200-day simple moving average. These are two metrics that we've been watching for a while now. If/when we were to break down that demand zone, we had this 200-day simple moving average. That has been very important in determining whether we're in a bull market or bear market, even for shorter length of times. These next couple days are going to be vital. Can we maintain above the 200-day simple MA? If we don't, the next viable line of support, heavy support in the low $70,000 range. Again, we've had these lines drawn for months. And really only because we saw such quick, immediate shoot-ups in price, we can have these breakdowns in price as well. If something like this would have came along gradually, wow, actually, we're right on schedule for slow, steady growth. The issue is we climbed up so far so fast. We have these breakdowns as well, all par for the course. Anybody trading on BitUnix and you're watching some of these same metrics like moving averages, we would go edit this. We want 200-day. Right now, the daily RSI is still oversold at 24, and we're bouncing off the simple moving average. I would expect a bounce from here. Anybody that was shorting, that set your take profits right at this moving average or right above it, you made money. But point is, let's wait for a bounce, and if we don't get that bounce, or at least some consolidation to the upside, then we reevaluate based on the new information in the coming days. Our metrics show that 7 out of 10 people who watch Altcoin Daily every day subscribe to the channel. 3 out of 10 people watch but have not subscribed yet. We are so close to hitting 1.6 million subscribers. Join this army if you want an edge investing in crypto. Because the news today is this with Ethereum. Bank of America to launch a USD-pegged crypto stablecoin if lawmakers pass legislation, says the CEO.
It's pretty clear there's going to be a stable coin, which is going to be a fully dollar-backed, type of thing, which is no different than a money market fund with check access, is no different than a bank account, really. And so, if they make that legal, we'll go into that business. So you'll have a Bank of America coin and a U.S. dollar deposit, and we'll be able to move them back and forth because now it hasn't been legal for us to do it, but it's just then like another foreign currency. The question of what it's useful for is going to be interesting.
And by the way, David Sachs, crypto czar of the United States, has said that stablecoin legislation is the easiest. That's coming first within these next 6 months, probably 4-ish months now. So it'll be very interesting to see which blockchain or multiple blockchains Bank of America launches this crypto stablecoin on. This is a signal. Crypto is not going away. We have hip-hop artist Snoop Dogg backing Web3 music.
Came in the door, I said it before, never with Spotify anymore. I'm only on Tune.fm.
Snoop Dogg releases a new single, Spaceship Party, exclusively on TuneFM. This is like a decentralized Spotify. Actually, TuneFM is Web3 decentralized music streaming platform and music NFT marketplace built on Hedera, but pretty cool to see which Hedera projects are making noise. It's interesting. And interesting piece of news for CookieDAO. And just as a reminder, CookieDAO is the first index and central data layer for AI agents and DeFi AI. Basically, CookieDAO is MarketingFi. It's the data layer, it's the metrics layer, it's all on-chain, automated. And the news today is Cookie.fun version 1.0 is launching this quarter to showcase social and on-chain intelligence, not just for AI agents, but all crypto sectors, powered by Cookie Data Swarm. An example of how you would use this information or AI bots use this information. You can find the top crypto that have the most mindshare or the biggest gainers. What's gaining in mindshare in crypto? So Cookie.fun, very interesting. I'll put the link down below if you want to check this out. But final thoughts, I do want to say, why they are expanding. Well, there isn't a single intelligence solution on the market that combines market, on-chain, and social data for all crypto projects. Most mindshare data is hidden behind paywalls, favoring traders with high spending power. We will make the majority of crypto intelligence open and free. And current solutions show mindshare and social intelligence for the whole of crypto, but don't break into sectors like AI agents, infrastructure, memes, etc. These metrics are something that I personally use, so it's cool to see them expanding. Link down below. Oh yeah, and by the way, Coinbase. They're on the agenda of Coinbase. Assets added to the roadmap today, CookieDAO, Cookie Token, might be listed on Coinbase soon. And next, quick piece of news for Solana from macro investor Raoul. Solana is 2 standard deviations oversold on the log regression channel, with the lowest RSI since 20 of 22 lows, meaning severely oversold, and probability is wildly on favor of significantly higher prices in the next month. And just like the fear and greed index for Bitcoin flashing a 10, does not mean the fear and greed index can't go to a 5 or to a 1. It can. Just like with Solana, doesn't mean it can't go 3 standard deviations lower. But just based on trends, buying Solana today is like buying Solana around the 2022 lows. Just something to consider. Big news for community coin FOXY. Proud to be included in the Metamask cashback rewards program in collaboration with Ethereum L2 Linea. Spend your Metamask debit card and earn FOXY rewards, meaning Metamask is launching a debit card. The people behind Metamask are also the same people behind Linea build. Actually, the people I'm referring to is Consensus, and just in, the SEC ends investigation into Consensus. But very similar to how Coinbase backs their ETH2 base, funnels all their users into Base, Metamask looks to be funneling all their users into Linea, with FOXY being the main community coin on the ETH2. The most recognizable crypto wallet in the world is powered by our Fox. Any and all people trading, do not forget to set your stop losses, set your take profits. That's what makes you a pro trader. Also, it's always interesting, anybody that thinks they're a pro, thinking, I'm doing this right, I know the right trades, check out the copy trading section on BitUnex, and you can become a lead trader and earn 10% share of your followers' profits. Of course, it's a double-edged sword. If you follow somebody and they lose money, you lose money. If you follow somebody and they're a good trader, then you make money. But anybody that thinks they're a good trader and wants to earn extra profits and have people find you and you're a leader and people copy you, link down below, check it out. And like always, see you tomorrow.